Dousing the book in gasoline was a good idea. I mean, it is perpetually burning after all. But this is still a magic book. So now we're in Firetown. Yep, I mean, hey, it's a book. It's paper. Should burn. It's given this book, it's probably not paper. It's probably leather because that's spookier, of course. You know, the branded on human skin or something. Well, anyway, aside from the cool background and the demon and dragon motif we got going on here, fire doesn't actually play too much of a part in like the platforming. After all, it's like it's still just spikes and saw blades, everything everywhere. So not really gonna be changing that up too much. Well, spikes and saw blades, and this hallway. I mean, look right next to the checkpoint there. I died so many times that it's not even an after image of the main character there. It just looks like the main character sitting there. That's because this was so frustrating to go through that I was just failing right at the first second over and over and over. Slippery floors. Slippery floors, as I said last time, do not reduce friction as they would in real life. It eliminates friction, completely removes friction. Friction is gone from the game when you're on that, because whatever speed that you walk onto the floor is the speed you're going to be going until you press the opposite direction, jump, and like readjust in midair. It's so frustrating. This is definitely right at the start of the chapter, maybe the most frustrated that I have been with the game up to this point. And maybe aside from a couple areas I can think of later that are really just a combat focus, not even platforming stuff. It's like, wow, just that part was horrible. I hate slippy, slidey floor, and for some reason I decided to try and go back in there, because, I don't know, maybe in that little maw there's going to be something else. There's not. So anyway, on to the rest of this. Not that the rest of this is going to be easy. Oh, no, make no mistake on that. It's just, the rest of this is going to be less annoying. Like, I would rather be hanging down from stalactites 100% of the time than dealing with the slip. By the way, we're in like hell right now, and we're doing slippery floors as like one of the first major platforming mechanic areas introduced. What's up with that? This ain't exactly like, you know, ninth layer of hell where it's frozen over. No, this is. There's fire. There's a big fire.gif in the background, as you can see. And a bunch of cool looking islands with the what is that called? It's the symbol on the book, but the book has a specific name that I'm trying to think of. The Book of Blades or something. The Book of Claws, of course. And like I said, for whatever reason, 99% of the lore you get in this game is from the Steam trading cards. So the Book of Claws symbol is a very common motif throughout the game. All right, pages. No, we're done. We're done with pages. Pages are done. That's not a thing anymore. not. Oh, yeah. Not gonna do that because of the slippery floors. And here's the point where I really try to start to abuse the whole knife imp's insistence on constantly following me around to just get them off the platform. Does it kill them? No, but those guys are so aggressive at all times that it's like it might as well be killing them pretty often because there's so many spikes around here that, yeah, they're just going to run right into them. Saw blades. Not even a difficult area with saw blades. I mean, yes, the slippery floors, but you don't need to walk on the slippery floors. The slippery floors are just there to, you know, be annoying whenever you land on the ground. I mean, that's supposed to be an entire thing for the game, where it's like, staying in air is one of the safest places you can be. And that's even true for combat and everything. I don't think enemies can block you, especially the shamblers, if you kick them up in the air and then... I didn't see that coming. If you kick them up in the air and then just start doing combos like that on them. Yes, thankfully the weird... I don't know... saw blade traps? Oh, yeah, that was achievement. Cool. The weird saw blade traps also activate if enemies are on there too. Man, that knockback. I mean, normally I would like complain about the knockback or something, but in a game like this, you wouldn't... The norm is to not even give you 3 hit points. So that's actually like something I can hardly fault the game for. Where it's like the fact that you can even recover at all is a miracle when compared to other genre examples of this. Kick, kick, kick. Get frustrated with combat again. Times 10 combo. Oh my god, it takes so long to kill these guys sometimes. I should really have just spent more time kicking enemies up into the air to try and deal with them. Though that is hardly possible most of the time. Yeah, like I said, from this point in the game forward, you're going to be spending most of your time not being on a solid surface. You're going to be spending it in midair because, you know, you got like these wall climbing mechanics, well, wall jumping mechanics. You got the double jump and everything. It's like you're not going to be needing much of anything else in terms of only like some areas where you get some combat here. It's going to be, you know, actually hanging around on the ground because enemies are mostly squiddy things, limited to being on the ground. And yes, the weird dragon thing here does stick out its saw blade tongue whenever anything goes by it. So easiest way to deal with these enemies is actually just, you know, pick them up in the air. It just does that, which is pretty fun. But, you know, come on. I got more platforming to do. Let's hurry this up. And one more. And then just to not deal with all those enemies again, I was just like, well, kick this. So that saved. And then for some reason, I didn't do a checkpoint. Okay, no, it was after this that I decided to do the checkpoint. That's, yeah, right there. Man, that was a mistake on my part. But it's okay. Because of heavy editing. Like, the game is being heavily edited at this point. Oh, yeah, I think that all in all, doing Dream 4... the 3 chapters of Dream 4 and the finale were 3 hours of recording, 3.5 hours. I think it came out to. And as you can see from the episode length right now that's been a very common theme. I don't know why I didn't see this coming. And as you can see from the episode length, it's just like, yeah, that's a pretty hefty amount of stuff getting cut out here. And I feel like I was playing this pretty well for the most part. Even the hardest sections hardly took me more than like 20 minutes, I think, to do. I was checking as I was editing all the stuff where I was just like, oh man, this felt like it took 2 hours alone to do, and it was 20 minutes. I was actually true with Celeste as well when I was playing that game. It never took that long to record Celeste, but it was always an incredibly stressful experience every single time. Like, it felt like I've recorded for, you know, dozen hours before with, like, streams and everything, but Celeste always felt like it took the longest to record. I think what I'm saying is I don't know if I like this genre of games very much. What can I say? Okay, this is actually... It looks scary, not that scary. You really just kind of like jump back and forth. It is easy to kind of mess up the timing, though. You go too fast, you fall right off. Yeah. So that's why getting a checkpoint here is a good idea. I mean, after all, anytime you see a bunch of enemies, that is just free checkpoint, because it's a lot of blood to get. It is not really a difficult thing if they give you a battle arena to just make sure that you have all of your progress saved. And it might not be clear, but progress... Yes, I don't know. It was obvious what I was supposed to do there. But, yeah, I don't know if it's obvious in the video. Whenever you make a checkpoint, that just saves the entire state of the game from when you created that checkpoint. That means enemies died. That means, like, enemy positions. You can see, like, sometimes when I create a checkpoint, enemies will just immediately die as I spawn back to it because they were in a position where they were about to fall onto a saw blade or something. It's something to think about. Yeah, it's not like resetting the level or something. No. It is like a old school emulator save state you are creating whenever you do that. Which is good and bad, yeah. Of course, the game also tries to prevent you from putting yourself in an unwinnable position or a position where you're forced to take damage because you can't create save points near enemies or saw blades. And it gives you a pretty hefty cast time for that, as you know, part of the challenge, but also just to make sure that you do have a clear area you can spawn into on reloading the save state. Not a difficult area. It's just those slight... Like I said, it's not even that the hitboxes are large. It's just the hitboxes are the exact same size as the character, so they feel large. Because usually in a game like this, you would have a very tiny hitbox because, yeah, you're doing some pretty precision platforming. And as always, you want it to feel like the game is, even in the worst of times, you want it to feel like the game is biased towards the player than the enemy. Oh my god, I died. I didn't even... this was not even a very difficult section. I can't believe I died so many times there. Wow. Wraiths do not die to saw blades. And kind of managing the Wraith is the one thing you need to do here. I guess, yeah, it's just kind of like difficult to figure out at first, but what you need to do is just make sure you're facing the Wraith when you are kicking these things if you don't want to kill it. And then just kind of go around to each platform so the saw blades take out each one of the shamblers. Easy. 37 minutes. I guess it didn't actually take that long. It just felt like it took a really long time. Well, anyway, like I said, fire, less of a thing. Now it's more about the fact that it was the furnace you threw it into. Got like very cool... I really like the backgrounds in this game. The backgrounds look really good. But I mean, you know, given that the rest of the game is sort of just like black and white, and is entirely angular, I don't think there's any like slanted surfaces, anything that isn't a 90-degree angle in the entire game. But still, it's like they really get it across by using they really get like the area across by like creating those little dragon heads and the pipes that I'm currently in and everything like that. In the previous episode, there were like the underwater cities, which were pretty neat. A lot of cool stuff like that. Kick! I was trying to kick there, but it didn't do the kick. The kick didn't kick. I don't know why. Just happens like that, I guess. Well, anyway, yeah, you just get that out of the... This is not even the hard section here. In fact, yeah, I just wait around here for the knife imp to immediately jump directly into the saw blades. The fact that they're so hyper-aggressive, they're like me playing Dead Cells, it's like that works out in my advantage because they just immediately try to run towards me and attack me, and that means directly into obstacles and everything. I'm trying to do this like tricky thing where I'm kicking them up into the knives that are closing. It's not working super well. Oh, and unlike a lot of other obstacles in the game, if you get crushed, you die instantly. No multiple hit points saving you there. A very annoying thing that comes up later. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, they even have like little blimps in the background. To go around on the giant pipe cities? I guess. I don't know. Why not? Gotta get around somehow, and you're not going to be doing this platforming when you have a lot of, crushing spikes in between here. Right? Okay. Ultimately, like, simpler platforming than the previous area in a lot of ways. Okay. Just deal with this thing. Usually I don't even like dealing with the wraiths. It's just you need to in later parts. Let's just say that. Especially because they have that super mode, so they don't always work Boo style like I want them to. But they don't. You know how that is. Sure, I want it to be easy, but the game doesn't want it to be easy. What's up with that? I want just like a very quick... Yeah, what am I even doing? Why even bother? You're not going to go get that. I want a very quick, simple experience, but for some reason, games decide to put this, like, challenge in front of me, and I don't understand why. Like, come on, don't you want me to play you, video game? Why are you making this difficult? What's up with that? Anyway. Yeah, the hitbox, like I was talking about. It's not big. It really is not big. It just feels big. It's one of those things where it's just like, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, when you don't really have the ability to let these guys fall on top of you, it's like they're kind of annoying to deal with. They are very good at blocking you, as it turns out. I don't know why, but... Okay, and right there. And this I remember being one of those very difficult sections. Not this part. This is easy. In fact, all you really need to do is just dash across the middle. I don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah, kick. And then there's this part, which, in all honesty, is not that bad. It just took me a long time to get through. All you need to do is just do like this side jumping thing, and here's where like 90% of the pages are for some reason. But I kept screwing it up over and over. I don't know. I had somebody mentioning last time that the sound was desynced on the video, and I don't think that was due to the editing. I think that just happened in the game. I don't know. Because I swear that it's just like, yeah, the sound was like that when I was playing. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so jump over the saw blade at the same time. Kick that. And then as you're jumping over the saw blade, prepare to go to the next platform. That's the basic order of operations you need to do to get through there. It's just, there's a lot going on, and if you get hit by a saw blade, you are flying roughly 30 meters in direction towards some spikes, because that's the only direction you can go in this game, towards spikes. I don't know if you've noticed. Yeah, tricky, yes. Like, really difficult, like this level of deaths? No. That's not quite, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, and like I said, you might guess the reason that all the pages are there is because I'm coming to the end of this section. Sort of a short one. Well, short if you do it all right the first time. Not so short otherwise. Don't press jump or anything, just press the opposite direction to fall onto the other wall. One of those pieces of... One of those techniques that... You can get a lot of usage out of there. Especially later in the game. Same thing here. It's just like all you need to do is just slowly slide down the wall. I mean, by pressing down as you're hanging onto a wall, you do slide faster, and this is a good reason why you would want to do that. Provided you're not being hit into a bunch of saw blades. I mean, you know how that goes, though. Hey, there's the end. Yeah. Look, I'm almost there. Slide down, slide, and one more even. Okay, come on. I get the shtick already. Hurry it up. Sometimes I feel like there's some hallways in this game that are like, okay, I get it. I'm doing it right. Can we just like get on with it already? No, you have to do it 8 times in a row. The classic Sonic boss style. Battle arena. Yep, not too much more complicated than that. Means you do get a checkpoint, means that you better get used to dealing with squiddy things. But hey, it's like they even give you the ability to just kind of create a checkpoint on the fly when you're in the middle there, because no enemies. Like even the little shamblers kind of have trouble walking on the two-way platforms, which is fine by me. There's many more waves of this than you might expect. Like, quite a few, in fact. Once again, should probably be using, like, yeah, the hit enemies in midair a little bit more, but, whatever. It's fine. Dealing with the knife imps are a little bit more important, and those all die in one hit. Well, anyway, yeah, let's just... Look, you get it. just skip right to the end here. Kick it, and then go take my save point. Probably a little bit earlier than I should have been using that. I'll admit. Because the other areas are not as... the other 4 places, I mean, this is your classic go around, activate the switches type of thing. The other 4 places are not as generous with the enemies to fight. So you get it. You get the thing I'm doing here. Gotta kick the bomb into the switch. You get 3 chances. If you screw up those 3 times, you're dying. You're dead. The raising saw blades will make sure of that. Actually got it on like my second try, but I decided not to use the checkpoint, so I had to do it again. Hubris is my downfall. Once more. As always. Yeah, the reality is that there's only one of these 4 sections that is very difficult, and that is the bottom left one. The one I'm doing last? Yes. Look, that was a mistake. I was waiting there, and then I'm like, is it not coming back up? It was coming back up. Make that clear right now. Just because it's slow does not mean it's not moving. Okay, yet again, yeah, like there's that fall technique, and then right down here, kick. Well, you get it. Now, of course, the problem is that I don't think I actually get enough, whatever. Don't actually get enough blood to be able to create another checkpoint, which is bad. Which is why it's like, the constant tries to do this maybe were not the best idea, but it's like this was one of the ones that was easier, if anything. All you gotta do is just make sure you go fast enough, fall down through the middle, and then make sure you fall down a little bit more. And then double jumps and everything will get you back up there easy. Because you have a lot of control in midair when you're double jumping. It is it's very consistent in that way. And then I was looking around here. Any more enemies? Any more enemies? Would like to get that. I'm just like 1 hit against anything away from getting the checkpoint. Nope. Well, into this place, which, yeah, it's do combat fast, because as you can see, them saw blades are coming. Finally starting to use the down stab, and also the kick. Like 2 things that are pretty useful if you need to do some fast combat, but, you know. What can I say? I didn't actually look at any of the advanced tutorials. The kicking was... The slide kick wasn't even in the advanced tutorials. That was just something that I wasn't using. Anyway, it's hard to get those enemies killed really fast. There, that's the entire thing. It's like even if you do the slide kick, it's not guaranteed they're going to line up perfectly, but they do. And that's what I was relying on. Okay. Hope you like the bottom right section, because we're doing it one more time. Again. And it's a good thing I had 3 hit points there, because otherwise that would have been bad to just run directly into those spikes. Well, anyway. Kick, and wait, because I accidentally kicked the lever there. No, it doesn't work like that. Good try, though. Just kick it multiple times to speed it up. No. Right. Fall down. Right through the middle. Whatever works. And then all I gotta do is get up to the top and then get into that door. Then we go on to the 3rd chapter. Oh boy. 53 minutes. It felt like the first one took a lot longer, the first chapter. Okay, now we're just completely away from like the fire style backgrounds. Although I do like the industrial gear thing going on here in terms of backgrounds. Not so much in terms of platforming. Oh yeah, baby, we doing it. I hope you like this thing where you need to do like the double jump to get around a ceiling, cause the whole gear thing means that's going to be happening for the entire level? Yes. The entire level. My God. It is not going to cease in any way or abate. In fact, you do this basic section that I'm doing right now multiple times, essentially. You know, I probably could actually get the save point here, but also whatever. It's I can just also get up to the top here too. It's not that much farther. Yeah, there are several different iterations of that, like jumping up the side of gears thing that you'll be seeing. Looks cool. Oh man. And knockback actually working out in my favor here. I wonder how much like damage boosting is in a speed run of this game. Probably quite a bit. Because like look at that. It's actually a very effective way to get through this section, to just dash and take a hit. Because whatever, look at the amount of enemies around here. And you know what that means? Checkpoints. Bam, there. Knife imps, though, aplenty. Can also, it looks like, probably go down in that section there. No, I think that was just to open up stuff. There are still, of course, pages here to get. And I'm kind of like keeping a lookout for where I might find them, even though it doesn't matter. So, like, is the idea that the factory that I was just at maybe, like, one of the things happening in the background? No, because it was a very large factory area. Where was the fire area then? Who knows? It's a magic book. Look, the Book of Claws is a mysterious thing. There are so many knife imps here. Book of Claws is a mysterious thing. Nobody knows how it works. The only thing that we do know is that it is pretty much a terrible mess to deal with because it has, it's bleeding all the time. It loves doing that. We want it to stop, but it won't. I mean, even the Steam trading card does say that it's like, yeah, that thing just bleeds all the time. Like, and the blurb they got from that is supposed to be from like the 70s, and this game's taking place in the 30s, and it's like, oh man, that's a lot of blood. Though it didn't seem to be until the headmaster guy at the start of the game performed the blasphemous ritual in order to do whatever is even supposed to. The plot in this game doesn't matter. Look, if you think that, like, there's going to be a big satisfying conclusion to this story or something, there's not. I mean, there is going to be a conclusion to the story, but, like, boy, does it not matter. Look, you're gonna do platforming, okay? That's the thing. Boy, this, like, is getting... This is getting so tricky, I gotta say. Because, like, yeah, it's even somewhat difficult to figure out where you need to go sometimes. And then there's this part, which is yet another one of those examples of go through a hallway with a very specific gimmick happening. That being saw blades coming at you. So you need to dash and jump, dash, jump, dash, jump. Harder than it seems, because there is a very clear, like, jumping, I was saying in the last episode too, jumping does not cancel out, like, animations at all, like, not even a little bit. So you have to wait for the full dash to finish, and then you can jump, and it takes longer than you think. Is pretty much how I'd put that. So it's like, what you got to do is you got to get, like, the timing down. It's like dash, wait, jump, dash, wait, jump, dash, wait, jump, and do that 7 times. Because, yeah, the basics of some of these areas are like, you better have this completely mastered by the end of it. Thankfully, you can wait there. It's not like you have a wall of saw blades coming in the opposite direction to kill you. Like a lot of other points in this game, of course. And here we got combat time. Remember, getting crushed is an instant death. You cannot survive being crushed at all with any amount of hit points. But Combat do mean checkpoints, and checkpoints good. Welcome to my thesis. Checkpoints good. I appreciate them. Okay. And then it's just like, yeah, kick them against the wall, guide these guys into the knife imps can be easily guided into the spikes, though it wasn't quite happening there in the way I wanted it to. And then, yeah, just the usual. Take them out. Down stabs, because I do believe that goes through blocking. Not that it really matters too much. Another one of those areas there that I died so many times, getting frustrated that it's not even an after image, it's just an image of the main character. Kick left, kick right. Still screwed it up many times anyway. Because one of the things that happens is that standing on top of that middle platform, eventually the saw blades, well, the knives, I guess, the blades, just open, and then you fall directly into the crushing blades, and that got me a few times. And a good example of just how many times I died in this section. I told you this was going to be appearing again, and here it is. So, you actually do have a good amount of time to get through here, which is why one of the things you might want to do, and one of the things I did do, is just, like, jump and let the saw blades take care of the shamblers there. If you fall, though, it's bad. But if you don't fall, it's good. This is not really a pro tip or anything, is it? Well, I mean, I suppose it is in the sense of shoot the cyber demon until it dies, which, by the way, kids, is an old, incredibly old meme. Don't worry about it if you don't know what I'm talking about. Then again, like, I am currently being forced to watch Steins Gate outside of... For people in the future, this is a point in time where people are forcing me to watch anime for like the first time ever. I'm watching Steins Gate where they're referencing John Titor, which is stupid. It's so dumb. Why? Why is that a thing? Well, anyway, yet again, another one of those hallways where it's like, do it 7 times. Okay, you get it, right? Now do it 7 times. Like, you mastered the first time. Do it 6 more times. Knockback there actually working in my favor. Here's also the point where I'm just like, I should probably just have these saw blades kill the shamblers so that I get a checkpoint. Because there's enough areas around here that you can put down a checkpoint. Like, after saw blades activate once, they don't activate until you completely clear their, like, field of view, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. That one was pretty smooth. Of course, I was still like, wow, I can't believe how smooth that was. Now I need this checkpoint right now. Right now. I don't even want to deal with those shamblers. I just want this checkpoint. It is not working, though. Yeah, the saw blades are making sure of that. But whatever. All I need to do is just deal with a couple shamblers. As long as I don't get hit 2 times... No, that works too. But yeah, that's how much I didn't want to do that part again. Anyway, kick up, and the bloody pixels are blood everywhere. That's it. That's the entire thing. Then I'm gonna get another checkpoint. And there we go. 16 times 10. Good combo. But now we're at this part, which at least I guess is going downwards. Platformers with gravity and everything means that going down is easier than going up sometimes, usually. More often than not. Kick. Yeah, it's like I wanted to do a kick there. I actually didn't, but that worked out in my favor. Oh boy. It's mostly impatience that led to a lot of deaths there. Well, not like that was a very difficult section for the most part. Hey, oh, hey. That happens a lot, where it's just like, hey, I'm just trying to latch onto the side, but I accidentally jump onto the top where there's spikes. And they kill me. Like everything does in this game. Have you seen this game? Oh, boy. I was talking before, though, that just like, I don't know, these games, It's like I do appreciate the challenge and everything, but oh man, it is just, I don't know. After playing another one of these, I feel like Celeste was one of the few that I could really get into because it was so immaculately well made. And even then, I really don't even want to come back for the DLC chapter. I mean, I've been putting that off, and it's just like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen because I just don't want to. But hey, you get to see something similar with this game right here. I did not mean to jump to the other side of that. I just accidentally did anyway. I don't know. I don't even know if this is the right area to go to. There's kind of like two options, but this one seems easy enough. Mostly. And Paige. Once again, another one of the, you did it once, do it 7 more times. That definitely did happen earlier in the game, but I feel like it became very apparent at this point. Yeah, there's dashing across the slippery floors, which is just like just so fast that you can't even understand what's going on. It's pretty great. Okay. Get a good idea of the collision hitboxes there too with the blood splatter. And there we go. Whew. Can't get that checkpoint, but I mean, all I need to do is just make a dash into a double jump, which for some reason the double jump activates immediately, but a jump from the ground doesn't. I don't know. Once again, don't know where that's leading, but it's just a page. There's another one. Hey, I got one page. That's pretty good as far as collections at this like late in the game goes. That's what I'd like to say. No, you can't activate a checkpoint anywhere around here. Anytime you screw this up, you're going to be coming right back in and doing the entire thing again. Slide just to really stun those guys more than anything else. All right. Now here's where sliding forward is actually a good thing. This stupid frictionless, I guess it's not ice. This is like Firetown, so I don't know. So this area is just like a very basic type of puzzle thing. It's really not hard, but my impatience meant that I spent way too long doing it. If you're patient, all you gotta do is just kind of like wait for the saw blades to get out of there. Also, make sure you grab the blood because the next section is a doozy. Oh boy, is it a section. Like, that's maybe the other place that I was most frustrated in the entire game. Look, this first time that I passed it, I didn't actually get enough blood globules to get a checkpoint. Don't worry, I do that in all subsequent attempts. So, all right. 1, blind jump into spiked floor. I didn't realize that was down there. 2, oh my god, just look at the floor right now. I'm going to, unlike a lot of the rest of this episode where you just get like 1 or 2 attempts here before I'm just like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Let's see many attempts of this. So the gimmick here, you can see Battle Arena. I gotta wait long enough for those 4 spikes over there to open up. And at the same time, that explosion of that bomb imp down there means that this Wraith I'm dealing with is a like hyper aggressive one. This is the super mode Wraith that I was talking about earlier. That super mode Wraith is, yeah, extremely aggressive. It does not matter if you're facing it or not. It will just keep constantly attacking you. Enemies do have solid hitboxes. Solid hitboxes on enemies mean that you basically need to kill this thing if you want to have an easier time like doing any platforming around here. And the saw blades on there with the big knockback and everything are just really annoying to deal with. I kind of got into a rhythm where what I would do is you know, like punch enemy, jump over saw blade, punch enemy. But the weird, like, it won't always try and immediately go back to you. Sometimes it'll try and do that teleporting, and that messes up the rhythm. But once you get it down and get rid of that Wraith, it's easy enough to get through here. It's just, yeah, this was another one of those. It took me 20 minutes to even get through that section alone. It's really annoying. 59 minutes. Oh yeah, baby. We getting up there. It's a good thing that this is actually the end of the game. The end. Also, the monster girl problem was apparently way more of a thing than it seemed. I guess main character here wasn't the only one having a bad case of monster hands. Anyway, so this is not, you know, like the previous areas were sort of like big, giant, open areas where they would be able to hide like a lot of secrets, where you would be like curving around the places, and you know, if you fell off, you'd usually fall into like a big field of spikes and everything. Well, the end is simpler. It is just like a big tunnel of different challenges, and the pages, as you can see, are hidden behind time gates where you need to go fast enough to get them. Which, the funny thing is that I actually got plenty of them. I don't know, I didn't really feel like I was going particularly fast in the game, but I was. So, yeah, cool. Here's these platforms again. Pretty easy to deal with, but again, I kind of screwed it up over and over. Background, I guess, is supposed to be like, I have no idea. Ah, no checkpoint for you. Good job, idiot. Okay, it didn't take me too many more tries, but hey. Kind of failing that the first time was unfortunate. Now, it's kind of like jump back and forth, although I pretty quickly figure out it's like, wait a second, I don't have to jump to each side of these. Well, you do have to sometimes. But hey, create that checkpoint first, as I learned. Now, here we go. And hey, it's this section again. Which you'll find that a lot of these areas... Hey, I got the page. You'll find that a lot of these areas, yeah, do have some comparisons to be made with other things I've done in the game up to this point. So yeah, I guess your dead body can collect pages, which is funny. I can't imagine that being like a thing, but there you go. Anyway. Okay, I didn't get that one, but that's okay. Here, of course, the real thing you want to do is just dash through the areas and kick each one of the shamblers into the saw blades, because, yeah, like, why bother, like, trying to jump over this? It's like, it's very easy how that works. Of course, I was trying to avoid doing that because combat in this game is hard. as you might expect. No multiple chapters in this one, by the way. It is just the one. All you gotta do is get through this final gauntlet, of which you can kind of figure out how long it's supposed to be. Well, that was a mistake. Kind of how long it's supposed to be with the whole, oh boy, this section. Oh, the number of pages. Okay, this part here. Oh my god. When I said that putting down that checkpoint was a mistake, yes, several times I tried to collect each one of the blood globules and also kill each one of the squiddy things and everything to get a checkpoint for the next section. Can't do that. You don't have enough. You just barely do not have enough. And the squiddy things just block. They just constantly block your jumps, and it's the worst. And then it's this section, which is, again, another one of those go through and do it 10 times or whatever. Oh, I'm going to save you because this is another one of those 20 minutes to finish that section thing. It's like, yeah, the squiddy things blocking your jumps is really annoying. The just everything. Having to do that section multiple times is really annoying. It's very easy once you get the rhythm down, but, you know, I had to go through that previous section every single time I wanted to get another chance at doing the jumping hallway thing. Not as bad as the dashing, pretty bad though. And then this part, it's the double jumping is actually not too bad. Just realize that you can hang on the wall there is the real thing. No, the really bad part, or at least the part that took me a while to figure out, is this part. Well, not that bit, but the part with the enemies there, because that's the point where you don't want to fight the enemies, but you also don't want to not fight the enemies. So what you got to do is you just got to kick them once. Kicking them one time will set them into a position that will mean that you can just have them die to environmental damage. So yeah, it's like kick once, kick once, kick once, etc. And it took me way too long to figure that out. It's like I took too long in this section. It's not that bad, really. Okay, Battle Arena. As you do. There's plenty of them in the game, and this is no exception. Took me a few tries. It really shouldn't have. Let's be honest here. It's not that bad. There's where the down stab, you know, like let the enemies stay on the ground, and then when they try to jump up to you, down stab. Easy. But, again, took me a while to even figure it out because it's hard. This is a hard game. It's a very difficult game. Quit making me play these games. The only one I will accept past this point is Wings of V, because I want to play that. By the creator of I Want to Be the Boshi. Don't make me play any I Want to Be the Guy games either. I want to make that clear. I don't want to do it. I will veto those suggestions in the future. All right. That works. And kill that to make sure that the checkpoint does not save any enemies around here. There we go. Now then. Obviously, I can't go up there yet, but might as well check it out. All right. Sure. So, this part is so annoying. I was alluding to it last time. You get count 'em, 3 different hyper-aggressive wraiths, and you get no floor. That's right, 3 wraiths, no floor. So, face left, immediately punch. Do that over and over. You can also punch while you're still hanging onto the wall to punch through the wall if they get on your other side. That's it. That's the entire thing. I was so annoyed by this section, though. Because, yeah, you can't just, like, rush through because enemies have solid hitboxes. That's just a thing. You can actually just wait long enough, though. And what will happen is that the gateway will eventually open. Not the speed run way to do it, but, you know, you at least have to kill the first 2 because otherwise they will block you from doing the platforming over here. But, hey, at least makes the 3rd one easy enough to deal with. So, yeah, not the speed run friendly way to do it, but whatever. God. Look, you'll see my grim harvest of bodies on the floor right now, okay? Well, okay, after that. You're supposed to duck. Yep. That's a lot of bodies. Don't jump there. Just ride the platform. You won't get hit on that spike. Whatever. Look, I got this. Oh, man. That section was so annoying. That was like the true final boss of the game, by the way. There's not a real boss in this game. Yes, we do have like brawler elements, but there's not like bosses. Like that was pretty much what you expect out of that. I would consider that to be a boss. So yeah, this is a trial of kicking bombs out of the way. Significantly easier. Yeah, it's like you You don't have to do mid-air combat, which, you know, anybody that played like Hollow Knight remembers the Coliseum of Fools, and that was like one of the most annoying things that you had to do in that game too. This one, on the other hand, actually, all you really need to do is jump above the bombs too. They do have a pretty big hitbox for hitting you around, for like the knockback. They do not have a big hitbox for damaging you though. So kicking them out of the way works. Jumping above them works. Saving does not work. Yeah, like that. But, you know, you might also get like squiddy things being annoying too. And bam. Right. Like that. So I'm like, I might want to save this checkpoint, especially after that one section with the squiddy things and the platforms. But then I saw those knife imps and I'm like, no, never mind. So yeah. It was an obvious choice to make, to just do the checkpoint right there. I don't know what's up here, but this feels like a finale, right? Right? Okay, I gotta wait for the platform to get into a good position here first, but maybe I can even also get like another checkpoint is what I was thinking when I was doing this. Enemies do equal checkpoint. But then whatever, let's just see what's going on. Can do it easy enough either way. Oh, it's a big heart. What? Oh, all right, sure. And there we go, baby. That is They Bleed Pixels. The single chapter took me 59 minutes, about the same as the previous one, so yeah, the difficulty stays consistent. Now we get the great ending, which is definitely satisfying and not at all just kind of like, okay, sure.